the final question we ask every guest is, as you know, our focus at FAIR is providing what we call a pro-human approach to the issues of the day, the issues that we've been talking about, all these difficult things. And so the question would be, what does pro-human mean to you? And how can everyday people apply that pro-human principle?
Yeah, no, that's a good, I didn't know that was the last question. What does pro-human mean? So I see humanity as this long, incredible story. I have a real sense of kinship with, our ancestors going back millions of years, and I think about humans, struggling to find food every day and make fire every day, and I look at how easy we have it and how far we've come, and I'm filled with awe, and I have a strong sense that we're living so far above our design specifications that it's miraculous. And so now we're falling down now somewhat, but we're still way above where we should be. So I guess pro-human means to identify with the long and incredible story of our species. We're humans, all of us. We're all humans. And that means that we're complicated. We are prone to arrogance and confirmation bias, so we need to be more humble. We have these deep social needs that, especially in modern life, we're starving to have fulfilled. So I guess this is part of what keeps me from. I never feel anger. I never get angry, and I think part of it is maybe it's just as a social scientist, it's just it's this incredibly fascinating story, and right now we're in a very difficult part of the plot, it's going to work out someday. I don't know when. I don't know what the next chapters are. And the next chapter probably is going to be one of the darker chapters in the book, certainly in the more recent chapters of the book. So I don't know what it's going to be, but if we approach it with a sense of humility, and I haven't mentioned Heterodox Academy yet. I don't think I mentioned much. That's part of what we're trying to do, a sense of, humility, curiosity, and a commitment that we can figure this out if we think together. That's what we're trying to do at universities. So that's a bit scattered, but I do want to end with this one particular quote that I love that really helps me. So here it is. It's from Joseph Campbell, who I don't know if you know who he is, but he was a very famous. He studied mythology in the 20th century. He was at which school was it? Yep, exactly. He wrote The Hero of a Thousand Faces.
Hero of a Thousand Faces.
And there was a PBS special on him, which I watched in the 90s, and it really affected me. And I vaguely remember this line. I looked it up and I found it. So he says, in one of the interviews, he says, the lesson of the hero's journey, the lesson that you get from study, because the hero stories are very similar around the world. Again, it's part of the human story. He says, the lesson is this, quote, he says, participate joyfully in the sorrows of the world. We cannot cure the world of sorrows, but we can choose to live in joy. The warrior's approach is to say yes to life, yes to it all. So that's where we are. This is our lot. This is the hand we've been dealt. It's going to be difficult, but you have no choice but to say yes to it.
Beautifully put. Jonathan Haidt, thank you so much for joining us on Fair Perspectives.